Nick Leeson was anything but dapper. Malcolm saw him first. He was casually leaning against the hood of dark Mercedes sedan of oversized umbrella with shoulder. He chatted with the Malaysian driver. Malcolm recognized Leeson immediately from the company photos he'd seen on the Teddy Sears desk. He shifted his carry-on bag to his left hand, readying himself for the introduction, then paused to wait for a carrier who was lagging a few feet behind, still staggering a bit from the turbulent flight. A carrier saw Leeson as well as nearly stopped in his tracks. It was just a strange scene. The famous train stands there at the edge of receiving driveway in the midst of bustle of business travelers, airline workers, taxi drivers. Even through that speed meant him before to Malcolm and a carrier. Leeson was a real-life deity, recognizable and impressive as any Hollywood celebrity. The fact that he was waiting outside an airport for them was shocking, considering that they were the lowest on the parents' totem pole, and he was a tribal chieftain. But to the rest of Singapore he was just another foreigner, pale skin, tall, little overweight, with wire-rimmed glasses, thin brown hair, and round reddish cheeks, wearing a white shirt and khaki pants, with baseball cap sticking out of his back pocket. "Don't look like God," a carrier whispered as they closed it on Mercedes. "Maybe he'll tire himself out of it," Malcolm joked back. "With the Manson and all, and even God must be affected by this humidity." It was like wool, so thick and hot and oppressive, seemed to fill Malcolm's lungs. The rain screaming down didn't help matters at all, but Leeson didn't seem to be bothered by the humidity or the rain as he saw Malcolm and the carrier approach. He smiled brightly, stepped forward to shake both their hands, then back on them to the waiting car. "The Yanks from Osaka, right? Great to meet you guys. I'm going to send you and head to the hotel. There are some traders coming in from Tokyo and Hong Kong that I've got to pick up. See you in a bit." And with that he shut the car door behind them, then tapped the roof, and the car pulled away from the curb. Malcolm looked at the carrier, and they both laughed. The hubris of it, thinking that the guard had been waiting at the airport to pick two assistants and chauffeur them to dinner. Heck, maybe he'd carry their bags and give them a tour of the city while he was at it. Then he'd take them to meet Mr. K, and all four of them would go out for a burger. Hey, at least he knew we were from Osaka, Carrie said as the car mashed on the highway that would take them to the city proper. 5 hours later, the party was just getting started. The crowd had swelled from the handful of traders and assistants to a group of 15, including Leeson and his younger brother, who coincidentally happened to be visited from the United Kingdom. All male between the ages of 21 and 30, all foreigners who were now making a life in Asia. An expat all-star team of sorts, mostly called from top universities in England, except for Malcolm and Carrie, the two skeptics from Princeton by the way of Osaka.